From 2010 to 2015, 2.4 million people became millionaires. That's like an average of 1,700 millionaires each day in the United States alone. If we take into the account the rest of the world, that number gets much higher. The question that I have in my mind is, if so many people are becoming millionaires, what is stopping you? Just in 2017, 700,000 millionaires were added to the list. And it's not surprising because the technology literally makes it much easier to acquire wealth. Even 50 years ago, it was quite difficult. But today, even if you skip college, you still have all the chances to join the club. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it's easy. It's freaking difficult. And the amount of time and hassle that it takes is unbelievable. That's why I don't want to make this video theoretical where I would tell you some hypothetical scenarios, but rather practical so that you can implement them right after watching the video. Teach something. Teaching doesn't seem like the best strategy to become a millionaire, but in the age of internet, it's the other way around. All that you need is a single skill to have a chance to make that $1 million. I'm sure that you are at least good in something like photography or music, for example. You might know a foreign language. You might have taught yourself coding when you were in college. There must be something. All that you need is to turn it into an online course and sell it to the people who are willing to learn that skill. And the number of copies you have to sell will depend on your pricing. If you would price it at $100, for example, you just need to sell 10,000 copies. That might seem like a lot, but keep in mind that there are like 4 billion internet users. I am sure that more than 10,000 of them would be interested in learning that skill. It might take you a year, maybe 2, maybe more, but that's what it takes to join the Millionaire Club. In fact, if your course is good enough, the snowball effect will earn you much more. I am sure that some of you will say, I'm 16 years old, I don't have any skills, I'm really bad at teaching, so this isn't going to work for me. Why don't you stop giving excuses and listen to me? You don't necessarily have to sell your own course. I have taken a lot of online courses, and I would highly recommend some of them. What I can do is that, instead of just recommending it to you, I can sell them to you and get a commission. The commission with online courses could be really high as 60%. But first, you have to step up your selling skills, of course. For example, a while ago I was offered to promote a course on this channel that costs around $1,000, and the commission was 50%. If only 100 of you would purchase that course, I would have made at least $50,000. But I didn't, with all the respect to that author, but I just didn't think that it worth the money. Because before I promote anything on this channel, I ask myself if I'm ready to buy it. And the answer was not really. I respect my audience, I love you guys, and I will only promote what I believe worth your money. And you should do the same if you start selling courses. I have an entire video on how to sell anything to anyone, which link I will leave in the description. But not everyone is good at selling. You might be an introvert and you are just good at your job as an accountant and you don't have the time or even the will to sell. Don't worry, you still stand a chance. We've already talked about index funds on this channel, but let's try to do the math. How much and for how long you have to save to cross that $1 million threshold. If you work hard enough and stick to a tight budget, you will definitely make it. You can start with as little as $10,000 and invest just $2,000 every month. In just 18 years, you can quit your job and retire as a millionaire. Of course, if you get more aggressive, you can do that much faster. However, even $2,000 is too much for most people because you have bills to pay and you can't save more than maybe 10% of your income. What's the solution? Earn more. Get a side job just for the sake of investing. Drive an Uber, start a blog, whatever, and let that money go directly into your index fund investments. Don't touch it, even if it's an emergency. Be confident that you're building your way to become a millionaire. And most importantly, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe because more videos are coming. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.